I don't know whether or not this is smart, stupid, or just plain trying to spark the beginning of the end. Yesterday, during a live stream in vision preparedness, and if you had never heard about vision preparedness, I strongly recommend you to go over there and subscribe. Let them know that you were sent by the Frontier Preppers. I'm gonna leave a link of his channel in the description below and in the pinned comment. Great dude, great content, highly recommend it. I'm gonna start recommending more people that I personally follow, because you know, in this day and age where you hear nonsense and craziness, we need to subscribe to those who actually are doing a good job, and vision preparedness is one of them. So I left a comment yesterday in his live stream. Essentially, people can be your greatest asset or the greatest threat. Well, let me tell you something, because a lot of people are like, yeah, we need to resume the student loans and whatnot because these people took a commitment and they need to earn that, and they are in default, but they're not seeing the other side. How can you pay when you don't have the money to it? They're talking about garnishing your wages. They're talking about going after pensions, and I'm leaving the links in the description so you go and read it for yourself. They're talking about all of that. We are just in April, and I venture to say that from the moment that this administration was sworn in to right now, it has been one turmoil after the next one. It's just grind. People, I don't know about y'all, but people are feeling scared. People are feeling unease. Am I wrong? If I am, let me know down in the comment section below. I think a lot of folks thought that we dodged the bullet. I was hopeful, to tell you the truth, and I was like, let's see where we're going with this. I never stopped prepping because I'm always, it's like, you seem trustworthy, but I don't know yet. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to say, well, you got to give the man some time, and like all presses to go through the same thing. Yes, that is all good and dandy. They have time. You and I, we have little time. You and I do not have the resources that they have because they keep stealing from us, but we got to work for what we have. So, going to the topic, the student loans. And if they don't have the money, there's no way for them to pay. Plain and simple. Forget about, like, oh, you have to pay because this and that. Forget about all of that. If you don't have the money, you can't pay it. A lot of people have not paid student loans. Dee told me this morning that only 4 out of 10 people are paying their student loans. Only 4 are paying their student loans. Listen, guys, Miss D got student loans. We pay every single month. Every single month. So don't bite my head off like, oh, you don't know what you're talking. Come on. I don't come here talking to you because I'm not affected, talking hypothetical. No. It comes out of my check account. So I know what I'm saying. But not everybody can pay. You cannot argue that a gallon of milk costs a lot more today than what it used to cost 5 years ago. You cannot argue that. You cannot argue that rent is a lot higher than what it was 5 years ago. Those things there's no argument there at all. You cannot argue that paying that much for gas, we didn't 5 years ago. So adding all of this to a very divided population, and this now goes across the board, because there are people who default on their student loans that they were pro-Trump, and there are others that are against Trump. So now you're going to have a population affected by it, that they will say, well, I was for you, but now you're talking about taking my home. Now you're talking about taking the roof over my head, the one that I need to protect my children. You see what I'm going with this? Are you seeing what I'm going with this? And this is what people are not saying. And I have come across a few videos already, and this is why I decided to talk about this. Good, they need to do it, they need to take it. Not everything is black and white. And I said in my previous videos that when people don't tell you the whole truth, it's a lie. Because you're omitting some of the truth or not giving you the full story, you're essentially lying. There are people who cannot pay. There are people who default, period. But there are people who cannot pay. Nonetheless, it is my understanding that you cannot declare bankruptcy for student loans. They will follow you everywhere, no matter what. I don't know how I feel about that, to tell you the truth. Again, I'm paying. The economy is it's collapsing, y'all. So wouldn't it be smarter if the economy is collapsing, then bring all of these people together and be like, you know what? I understand that a lot of you have paid for it. I understand that a lot of you are paying for it, but we need a clean slate. We need to remove all of this. Let's start anew. And let's move forward. Wouldn't that be smarter? I don't know. You tell me. And again, this is going to be one of those videos that people are going to be in one side or the other. Again, I'm paying. You see what I'm saying? So essentially, if the loans get forgiven to everybody, all that money that we have paid, well, we pay into it because we use the service. But then should we be saying like, well, you didn't pay anything, so why are you asking? You got to take a step back and think, what is better moving forward? Eliminating them or going after people's houses and whatnot? What do you think is going to divide the country more? And that's what people don't understand. The country is divided even more, and one side gets even bigger, and that bigger size will become a threat to all of us. Therefore, the potential for that to spark, it is definitely there. So people are not saying this type of things, but we should keep that in the back of our heads. Can this be a spark? There are too many events going on right now. Too many events. And again, we are in April, and we are seeing more and more craziness. Do you feel okay with everything going on? Do you feel okay with having to pay more? But until when we are willing to say, I am okay with that? When are we going to say, hey, you know what? Pump the brakes for a minute here. Your choices and the way that you're conducting business is affecting me to a point now that it's not bearable anymore. So calm down. You see what I'm saying? So I think this whole student loan thing need to be rethought. We need to provide a path forward nachos. Unfortunately, the way that I have seen this whole thing is it's not a scalpel approach. It has been a machete approach. You know, and a lot of folks will say, well, that's the art of the deal and whatnot. I understand all of that. But when you have people below who are suffering with no fault here, it is not fair. I will ask you that. It is not fair. Is it fair for your children to lose the roof over their heads because of the bad decisions of the parents? I'm just giving you things to think and to consider, because if you want to prepare, you need to consider all of these things. Is it fair for me or for you who are prepared to have to deal with civil unrest because this side got bigger by this recent decision, and now they are rioting, they're going out, they're destroying things? Is it fair for me to pay for that? I'm paying my student loans, or miss these student loans, but is it fair now that I have to suffer for that too? You see what I'm saying? So people can be your greatest asset or your greatest threat. If they was taking a different path, I think all of these people would have stayed or you know, just follow the president's idea in a different way. It's not, oh, he have to buy you because, you know, the student loans and whatnot. No, I'm just giving you an example. Having people together or uniting people is key right now. We will see a collapse soon enough. So would you rather have your population united, or would you rather have your population against you and united with you, or united against you? Which one? So again, people can be your greatest asset or your greatest threat. I think, could be wrong, but I think that the way that are moving forward, I think they're going to have more people, or they're starting to get more people against them than not on their favor. Perhaps I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comment section below. Again, there needs to be a path forward, and the current one, I would say, it's just not working. That's what I would say. I really don't want to hear my wife every day telling me this. The way the things are, I don't feel safe. I am uncomfortable because the way the things are. That is not okay. With that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like I was rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an adult to you run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.